how to use some select command, clauses, and use. This was the primary intention of taking up this class. So as far as clauses, we can have uh, the, the clauses, they can be one, we call it as a where clause. Next, we have from clause, group by clause, having clause, and finally the order by clause. So the intention was to study up each working of all the clauses. This was the intention. So in order to do these clauses, we need to work and understand with some wild cards. We need to understand with some wild cards. So wild cards is that if I'm going to put yes percentage, the first letter should start with yes and remaining can be anything. Okay. My name is Ramchandra Rao. So my first character is R. So this should not come. Only the names which are starting with yes should come. So for that, I am going to put as yes star. Similarly, the first character should be anything, but the second character should be A. My name is Ramchandra Rao. My second character is A. And the things with the second character is going to be A, those elements should come. So for that, we are going to use in this model. Okay. Now assume the first character should be 2, second and third can be any, and fourth character should be 0. The first character should be 2, second and third can be any, but the last character should be 0. So then I can put 2 dash dash and in the quotes, then I will be getting the things between 2 and 0. So this is how we will use the wild cards towards the SQL commands. So now we will start working on the lab exercise. So we have opened this SQL editor, online SQL editor. So in this online SQL editor, it is from livesql.oracle.in. So first of all, I will just create a table. I will create a table here. So I can show you the things. So you can see the content. Create table students, student ID, student name, age, section, address, and pocket money. These are the fields. Okay. One student ID, two student name, three age, four section. Section is nothing but A section, B section, and C section. Address where they are going to live and how much money they have. So that is the table what we are going to take up. So now we are going to say already the table is going to exist. So the name is already an object which is used. So I can put it as student 1. I can call it as student 1. So you have created the table. So in your login, so maybe that is the wrong. So yeah, now you can see here table 1 is created. Table 1 is created. Now I will have to insert the commands. I have to use the insert operation to make the insert commands done. So for that, I will be using this uh, insert command. So assume I have 10 to 12 insert commands. I made it. So I have to call here as student 1. You know why we have to call it as student 1? Because we created the table as student 1. Okay, we made the table as student 1. That is the reason why we are going to put as uh, student 1. So you can assume here there are 15 records. You can see that there are 15 records here. So all the 15 records you can see here. So insert into student 1. The first one we created as a student ID, next with student name, next with student age, next with student section, another the place where they are living called as an address and how much money they are going to have. So I am selecting the first record. I am selecting the first record. first row and I am executing it. Now you can see one row was created. Now I am selecting from the next all the things and then I am going to make a run operation. Now you can see here one by one all the rows are going to be created. Now I want to see whether all the insert commands are done or not. So all the insert commands are being done or not. So I'm going to use this as follows. So select star from students. So select star from students. The problem was it is student 1. The problem was it is student 1. So you can see the table here. You can see the table here, right? Student ID, student name, age, followed by section, followed by address, followed by pocket money. You can say 543 Indu, she is 19-year-old and she is C-section and she is from Tanuku and she is going to have a money of 2,233 rupees. So in this way, we are going to build a table here. In this way, we are going to get the table. So up to now, what we have done, we have created a table and then we have made a insert operations, two operations. Now, let us work on the SQL command with where. Let us work on the SQL command with where. So when we are going to use this where commands, when we are going to use this where command, so students 1, right? So select yes name from student 1 where pocket money is greater than 3,000, where pocket money was greater than 3,000. So before that, what we can do is we will have a snapshot of the 15 records. We will have the snapshot of the 15 records so that it will be clear to understand whether those records came or not. So what we will do is we will have up to 592 snapshot is coming. Okay. So we will, yeah, 15 records are there. So download the CSV sheet and open the file. So this I am zooming it up. So these are the table items. You can see the table items, right? So these are the 15 records what we are going to execute right now. Okay. So these are the 15 records we want to execute right now. So these 15 records we are going to try it up. Fine. Now let us see. The where command, how it is going to gets executed. So how does this where command is going to execute? So select student name from student 1 where pocket money is 3,000. So what was your expectation? What was your expectation? So your expectation or our expectation was we should be getting, the answer was, what was the answer it should be getting? So the answer was 3,000, it should be greater than 3,000. So greater than 3,000, what are the records? So the greater than 3,000 records will be 1, which is going to be 565. Then it will be 506. Okay. And greater than 3,000 and it is with Jansi's record, that is 592 because she is having 3453 and we should be getting one more record Jansi here, and we are not working on primary keys, so we'll get duplicate values. Okay, don't think much. We are not working on primary keys. So 3232, that is Varshini, that is for 554 we will be getting, and another will be some 591 Lakshmi. I don't think we will get getting this value. Will we get this value greater than 3000? So greater than 3000 we shouldn't expect, I think so. So we should expect record 1, record 2, record 3 and record 4 and record 4 once the query is going to be executed. So now we can select this command and we are executing this. So total we are going to get Premila, Jhansi, Varshini and Lakshmi. So just see whether those values are repeated. Yeah, we will be getting Premila, and then Jhansi record was again repeated. That is 1 Premila, 2 Jhansi, 4 is Varshini, and 5 is going to be Lakshmi. So all the 5 has to be there. We got it. Okay. This is the answer what we expected. Fine. Now let us look into the second command. Let us look into the second command. What was the second command? The wildcards. Select star from student 1 where student name is like yes and percentage. Where student name is like yes and percentage. So what is the answer we should expect? So name should start with, if it is yes and percentage, name must start with yes, and remaining can be anything, So now what is the answer? Divya, will we get this as an answer? No. Sanjana, will we get this answer? Yes. Will we get Reddy? No, we can't get it. Will we get this Shravani? Yes, we will be getting it. Premila, no. Vijaya, no. Indu, no. Jhansi, no. And Sana is there. So there we are going to get one more yes, because yes, it is going to start up, and rest we will not get the records. So what is the total answer we are expecting? We should be expecting answer as only 3 records. Why we are expecting 3 records? Because the first name should start with yes. Only those records only we need. Rest of the records we don't need. So now let us see whether it is going to get executed or not. So I am running this. So now you can see the records, right? 1 we are going to get it as Sanjana, 2 we are going to get it as Shravani, 3 we are going to get it as Sana there. Okay, we started our query that we want the records which are going to be with yes only. Okay, now tell me the answer for the next query. Select the students 1 where name is like anything, but the second character should be A. The second character should be A. So just execute this and you can interpret this answer. So what is the commonality you are going to understand? The commonality is the first character should be anything and second character should be A. Second character should be A and rest can be anything. So first can be anything, but second character must be A. So what is the answer? Divya. It is not an answer. Sana, Sanjana, yeah, Sanjana, A is there. Reddy, no. Pranavi, no. Shravani, no. Vijaya, no. Indu, no. Jhansi, no. So Sana, yes, A. Varshini, A is there. Lakshmi, LA is there. And Harshita, A is there. So total, we are going to expect 5 records. So record 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So total, we are going to expect 5 records as an answer. So how we can see whether all the 5 records are there or not? Yeah. S, A, V, A, L, A, H, A. So first character can be anything, but second character must be only A. If such is a case, how we are going to type the query is, we are going to put it as single quotes first is dash, second should be A, and third should be anything. So anything we are going to put it as a percentage symbol. That is what we are going to get the relation. Now let us work on the next query. What was the next query we should understand? The next query is select the name of a student where pocket money is like 2 dash dash 0, where pocket money was 2 dash dash 0. So now what was the answer we are going to expect? What was the answer we are going to expect right now? You should tell me now. So what was the aim? The aim was the first character should start with 2, last character should start with 0, and the space between first and last was 2 cells. The space between first and last was 2 cells. So now the first character should be, so I need 2 here, dash dash 0. Now 2 dash dash 0 here. So first character should be 2, last character should be 0. So it is going to be 562 2300. Next, first character should be 2, last character should be 0. So it is 563 2500. This can be anything, right? Similarly, will 2222 will be taken? No, because the last character should be also 0 only. So we can't take this entry, this, it is starting with 3, it is starting with 3. Can we take this 2600? Yeah, we can take 2600. Why we can take 2600? Because it is starting with 2. Whatever values in the second position, third position, don't care, but the last position should be again 0. So we are going to take up 552. Next, can we take this record? No, because it is ending with 3. So in this way, we can't take all the values. Now tell me what about this record? That is 561 record. It is starting with 2. There are 2 cells 0 0 and ending with 0. Can we take this? So how many records you are going to expect? So we should expect 4 rows. We should expect 4 database. So check whether the answer is going to occur or not. So we will. So it is 1. So run this. So we got 4 records. I think you can see the answer, right? Divya, Sanjana, Vijaya, and Harshita. We got 4 records. So see whether they are appropriate or not. What is 561 name? Harshita. What is 552 name? 552 name was the 552 was Divya. So Vijaya, and 563 was Sanjana, and 562 name was Divya. So you got all these 4 names. So up to now, what is the clause we have worked in SQL? We have worked in a clause called as where clause. So we have completed the usage of where clause. Now let us see what was the next clause we can use. Let us see what was the next clause we can use. So the next clause we can use was order by. The next clause now we are going to use will be the order by clause. So select star from students 1, order by section, order by section. So we will take up all these entities again. We will be taking up all these entities again. So now tell me, see the database here. Tell me, is the section in order? Is the section in order? CSC B is there, CSC C is there, CSC A is there. Is this an order? No, it is not in an ascending order, it is not in descending order, right? We want, the question was section name must be in ascending order. By default, order by will put the things in ascending order. That means I want section A, section B, section C. In this model, I want the results. So for that, I am going to use the SQL command as follows. How I am going to use the SQL command? I'm going to, yeah, uh, select start from student 1, order by section. So now I am putting this, uh, selecting this command. I am selecting this command. Mouse is not, okay, no problem. Something went wrong here. So I am running invalid statement because hash is there. So that we shouldn't take it. So select the statement and we are executing it. Now you can see the answers, right? Now you can see the answers, right? You can see first four things. First four things they are coming from A section. Next 4, 5 they are going to come from B section. Next they are coming from C section. Hope you are able to see the answer. Okay. So the first things you can see here A section. Next you can see B. Next you can see the C. But how is it originally stored? Originally it is B, C, A, right? Originally it is B, it is C, it is A, it is B, it is C, it is A, then it is A, it is B, it is C, it is B, A. It is totally unordered. But when we went for an execution to say that it should be in an ordered, that is, I want the things to be displayed in A section, B section, C section. Now we are going to put the things in this model. Now let us see how can I put C section first. First I want C section, next I want B section, next I want A section. That means I want the things in descending order. I want the things in descending order. So for that, the command what I can use was, for that the command I can use was will be as follows. So section, order by section, DESC. So only one change to the previous command. What was the change? I am going to mention one more reserved word. That reserved word I am going to call it as DESC. So execute this. Now hope you are seeing the answer. First you are going to get the Sanjana record from C section. Next you are getting another Shana from C section. So you can see section was sorted. So first C is going to come, next B is going to come, next A is going to come. Okay. So in the database, how is it stored? It is stored with B section, it is stored with C section, A section, again 2B section, again AB. In this way, totally it is unordered. So if I want by order, default, it is going to be ascending order. But if I want to put in a reverse, then I have to use a key called as a descending order. Then only we can use a order by command. So now, as of now, we talked about two commands. One we call it as a where class command. Next we call it as a order by command. Now let us look into the third aspect, that is regarding the group by command. So let us look into the third aspect, that is group by command. So this will be interesting. Now group by command. Now group by command, it is going to use some aggregate functions. So this is important here. Group by command, it is going to use aggregate functions. When we are going to make a group by command, it is going to use aggregate functions. What are aggregate functions? It can be sum, it can be sum, it can be count, it can be some average, etc. Assume I am going to have 100, 200, 300 and the value was amount here. Now I can say sum of amount. Then I can say sum of amount. Then I will be getting 600. Okay. If I am going to say AVG of amount, if I am going to call AVG of amount, then it is 600 by 3, we should be getting the 200. Similarly, I can say minimum of amount. Then I will be getting the answer as 100. Maximum of amount. Then I will be getting it as 300. Okay. So select star from student where sum of amount is greater than this. If I am going to put in this model, aggregation will work first. After that, the data is going to be moved. So now let us look into this. New value here. So we are going to have this data here, original data saved in the database. Now we have to work select section, comma sum of pocket money from student bar, group by section bar. See how much complexity is involved in this query. You should understand the complexity involved in this query. So in this query, the first item we should address was select section name and sum of pocket money. So section I should get, that is CSC, A or B or C. Next, sum of pocket money. So from student, group by section. So all the A section should be ordered. All the A section should be ordered. All the B section should be ordered. All the C section should be ordered. See how much complexity it is involved. First one, group by section name. So all the C section should be as group. All the B section should be as group. All the C section should be as group. That is condition number 1. Condition number 2. After that, we have to make a sum of pocket money. That is, the sum was 6 plus 3 is 9. Then the sum was 4 plus 7 is 3 is 7 plus 3 is 1000. Next it is 400. In this way I want the answer. See how much complexity the query is. First one I should get section name. Next I should get the sum name. Next I should group it by the section wise. I should group it by the section wise. See what happens if this query is going to be executed. So I am running this query here. You got this answer, okay? The sum of money with C section was 8967. The sum of money with B section was some 20,000. The sum of money with A section was 900. So is it ordered? It is in descending order. It is in descending order. C section, B section and A section. Again it is in order. C section, B section and A section. And we meant it with the pooling of the content. So we made all the sum as one setup, another group B section, another group as C section. So that is why we are going to get in this model. Fine. Next one. Let us take another example. So in this another example, we will take up the count value. count of SID. So count of SID. So before that, I should explain you what this count of SID will occur. I should explain. So count function, it says how many number of SIDs are there, how many number of rows are there in that record, in that database. It is going to mention. So how many number of SIDs are there? The first one, it is 562, 563, 64. So in this way, it is going to count the total number of records. So total count is 15. Total count is 15. Count of SIDs is 15. So how can I get it? Just to verify whether I am going to get this answer. So select count of SID from students 1. So just verify it. How much is the answer we should get? The answer we are going to expect is 15. Got it? So count of SID, the answer is 15 here. So total number of records. How many records are there? There are 15 records. Therefore, count of SID is equals to 15. Okay, now let us move to our original query. What was our original query? Our original query was select count of SID and address from student 1 group by addresses. Now this time where you are going to group? This time we are going to group on addresses. The name which starts with A, the name which starts with B, the address name. So what is the answer we can expect? First we should interpret. So Bhimvaram is a place here. B, Hyderabad is a place here. Visakhapatnam is a place here. Then Tirupati is a place here. Machilipatnam is a place. Followed by Gudivada is a place. And Tadepalligudem is a place. Tanuku is a place. Narspur is a place. Rajahmundry is a place. And Amalapuram is a place. Elur is a place. And Machilipatnam is repeating for 2 times. Bhimvaram is repeating for 2 times. Okay? First you should understand this. Bhimvaram 1, Bhimvaram 2. Machilipatnam 1, Machilipatnam 2. Is there any? Yeah, Bhimvaram is repeating for 3 times. Bhimvaram is repeating for 3 times. So is there any repeating entry? No. Now what is the count you are expecting? So Bhimvaram count should be 2, Bhimvaram count should be 3, Machilipatnam count should be 2, rest of the things should be only 1 and the total count should be 15. Okay, total number of records are 15, but Bhimvaram records are 3, Machilipatnam records are 2 and rest of the names it should be only once. So that is the answer we are going to expect. So how we are going to execute this? So we select this command, hit on the run button, Now you can see this. How many number of occurrences for Machilipatnam? 2. How many number of occurrences for Bhimvaram? 3. So we are now working on counts, and count it is going to give you the place based upon the occurrence. Next one, let us work on having. At this point. Now, we can't use having exclusively to a select command. Select star from student 1 having, that we can't write it. There is some order to write a having command. See the condition. The having clause must follow the group by clause. This is the foremost important condition. Okay, in a query, and must precede the order by clause if used. So this is the mandatory condition if we are going to use a having clause. If we are going to use a having clause must follow a group by clause. So first group by must be there, then only we can use having clause. This is the compulsory condition. First, group by must be there. After using the group by only, we have to use the having. Similarly, and it must precede order by clause. And it must precede order by clause. And first, we should have group by, next we should have having, and then we should have order by. This is the order. Okay. If this order is there, query will execute. If this order is not there, query will not execute. First, group by should come, then only having should come. If we are not using group by, we cannot use having clause. Okay. So if I am using having and group by, order by should come at the last. If I am using group by and order by having, then order by must come at the last only. Before that, it should not come. Before that, it should not come. So this is the compulsory condition. This is the compulsory condition what we have to follow up. So now look at this query. Look at this query. Select count of SID and addresses from student, group by addresses having count greater than 2. Having count greater than 2. Understand this condition. Understand this query. Select count of SID and addresses from student, group by addresses having count is greater than 2. Now we can see this window. How many are greater than or equals to 2? How many are greater than or equals to 2? Only the people living in Bhimavaram, only the people living in Machilipatnam, they are going to have the count is greater than or equals to 2. That means we have 15 records. We have 15 records. In these 3 records, they are living in Bhimavaram, 2 records are living in Machilipatnam, and the rest all they are living outside. Now we don't want the rest. Now we don't want the rest. We need only the records which is 3 and we need the records only 2. So how can I get it? I can get it with select count of SID, address from student, group by addresses. I am making a grouping on addresses and having, and I am putting a having condition, and I am going to put a having condition having count is greater than or equals to 2 here. Having count is greater than or equals to 2. Now let us execute the query. Let us execute the query and see what is the answer we are going to get. Yeah. Now you can see the answer. There are 2 records from the Machilipatnam and there are 3 records from the Bhimavaram. So this is the answer, right? How many records are there total? Total we are going to have 15 records. In 15 records, 3 are going to be from Bhimavaram, 2 are going to be from Machilipatnam. Our condition was, what is the condition? We need a select command. We need a select command, and this select command, what it is going to do? It should have 3 conditions. 1, it is going to have group by. 2, it is going to have having. We didn't use order right now. We have used only the two conditions. Okay. So before having, what is the compulsory condition? Before having, I should have a group by condition. So having class must follow the group by condition. So first we should use group by, then only we should use a having. So this is the extension. What was the extension? First I should be having group by, next I should have a having, then I should have a order by. So first I should have group by, next I am going to have having, next I am going to have the order by. So in this second query, I tried with experimenting with one group by, two having, three order by. So now let us execute that query. Let us execute this query here. So how we are going to execute the query? So we take this query. Now we are going to use the query here, and we are executing. No data found, of course, because the condition what we are taking is not satisfied. So up to now in today's class, we talked about the select command clauses. In select command, we talked about where class, from class, right? Have we talked about this? We talked about where class. Then we talked about from student. We talked about from student. We talked about one where class. Next we talked about from, that is two. Next we talked about order by, that is 3. Next we talked about group by, and then finally in today's class we talked about the having by. So total there are 5 clauses which are going to be a part of the SQL TML command. Okay, this is all for today. I'm stopping the recording.